Welcome in Sound Alerts.
Hello, hello, and welcome, anybody who might already be here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and hope you're ready for your favorite courtroom drama. Let me see. Going to get some music going while we go over the evidence and try to remember what the hell is going on in this case, dude. Let's see here. There we go, a little mood music here. So we are in Turnabout Revolution, which is like the final official case for the Spirit of Justice game. And yeah, it's so long and convoluted. I'm not gonna be able to start from the beginning, so we're just gonna go over the court record and see what we can surmise from that. I mean, I could probably give some broad strokes. Some real broad strokes. We're talking broad strokes. Hey, what's up, Togepi? Welcome in. Hello, how are you? How's your Wednesday? Let me see. What can I just recall? So, the situation is... Let me try to start from this, a completely different angle than just the case. There's this country that's very religious, and they do, like, spirit channelings and stuff, right, Karain? And we've gotten mixed up in sort of their political stuff in a way. So in this country, they have this law that says that if you're a defense lawyer and your defendant is found guilty, you're also guilty. And so if they get executed, you get executed. Defense Culpability Act. So this act being enacted caused a lot of drama for this royal family. So there was this queen named Amara, and she was apparently, like in love or like in a relationship with this guy named Dirk. And then one day, the story from the people who are ruling the country now is that Dirk tried to kill his own wife, or that he did kill his own wife, I'm sorry. And so she is dead, and then they made him an outlaw, and so then he ran off and became like this revolutionary or whatever, you know, this rebel. So that's their story. And then when we talk to Dirk, apparently the real story is that Amara is actually still alive. He never killed Amara. He actually tried to run away with her, but they ended up getting her back and then putting her somewhere where she is quote-unquote safe or whatever, not from Dirk's eyes but from their eyes. And they've used the fact that they have Amara to control Nayuta, and Nayuta is the son of Amara. And so he has become the prosecutor for this country, and he does everything the queen tells him to do and everything because he thinks they're keeping his mother safe. So he's kind of under duress or whatever. At least that's how it's been framed for us so far. God, there's so many details. I'm trying to think of which ones to think about. Okay, so the person in this situation is... okay, actually, let's start from here. The two top people of this country, Karain, we have the queen, like I mentioned, but she also has a husband, and that is Inga, and he's the defense minister, or sorry, the justice minister of justice for this country. And we have this sort of story of the fact that he was trying to get this thing called the Founder's Orb from this country, which is this artifact that's supposed to bestow a lot of power on somebody. So he was like, oh man, if I get this Founder's Orb, I'll become all powerful and maybe I can overthrow the throne. At least that's how it's been sold to us so far. We don't know if that's the real story because we didn't hear that from his mouth. And the problem is that he is now dead because he was supposed to do an exchange to get the Founder's Orb from Dirk in exchange for Maya, who he had prisoner. And during the exchange, it was a locked room situation. Inga died. He was apparently stabbed, and the only person in the room was Dirk, covered in blood with a knife in his hand. So, you know, so Dirk is the person that we're defending, and yeah, he's being accused of murdering Inga, and their sort of reasoning for that is that the whole Amara thing, like I explained earlier, and Inga was, you know, a part of that. Is there any more I need to get to? I feel like that's the basis, the skeleton of the fucking thing. Inga and Gara, the queen, have a daughter. I guess we can mention that Rayfa exists. So yeah, here's Garan, the queen. They have a daughter named Rayfa. So Rayfa does these things called seance dances that will let us see the final moments of the deceased. So that's pretty cool, pretty interesting. But the thing is, in this case, the deceased is her father. So watching her father's last moments was pretty traumatizing to her. So that was a big part of last week's episode. But she did overcome that, and we did see it. So we have a lot of stuff coming from there. Started chapter 8 of my novel. Nice. Also did some planning for it and getting a clear picture of how many chapters it'll have. Oh, sweet. Nice. Hell yeah. Getting that process down, huh? And then on to my own head canon or theories or whatever. We have Nayna. Nayna has gone missing. So Nayna is the, okay, let's see. Rayfa's attendant. She disappeared all of a sudden after Minister Inga's death. So yeah, she's Rayfa's attendant. So anytime Rayfa needed something, she would just call for Nayna. Nayna would be there and whisper in her ear. And we've never talked to Nayna. My theory is, and I think it's pretty easy to see if you just look at Nayna's face, that Nayna is Amara. And so Amara isn't hidden somewhere. She's hidden in plain sight as a completely different person. And, oh yeah, the other thing that we picked up last week, I believe, is there's a picture that we saw of Amara. Let's look at the evidence. From, like, kind of back in the day, but not too back in the day. It's from 23 years ago. Of Amara. And there was sort of some links that this might be Rayfa or something. But, I don't know. She was supposed to be on the run about 23 years ago, but apparently sometime during that time, this photo was taken. And the reason why we know that, I guess I should say, is because that book in the back has the Defiant Dragons logo on it. Defiant Dragons aren't 23 years old, so we know that this picture isn't 23 years old. Yeah. Oh, it does say this is about 23 years ago. Okay, so either way, the point is that this kind of showed us that she's not dead, right? That was the point of that one, but kind of interesting. Yeah, it's been like, I think it's like, it's either Nayuta or it's Rayfa, I think is kind of how the story's been like teasing or whatever. I don't remember if we got a definitive answer on that or not. Anyways, let's go over the evidence now. Always got the attorney's badge. I got the photo of Jove Justice, which my theory with Jove Justice is, we're going to use this photo to know his face, and then we're going to figure out his actual name, and then we're going to channel him at some point. I hope that happens. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, because the thing about Jove Justice is that's not his actual name, I think, and nobody knew what he looked like except we found this picture. So, picture and a name, you know what I'm saying? Death Note, we can kill, I mean, we can channel him. I mean, not Death Note, what? Ingott's autopsy report. Stabbed from behind. Cause of death is blood loss. Time of death is approximately 3 p.m. 18th, approximately 3 p.m. Cause of death, blood loss from the stab wound in his back. And we had put forth some stuff last week that he may not have been killed in the tomb, right? That he may have been moved there, or did that get thrown out? I can't remember. The crime scene may not be what it seems. Of course, it always is like that. Tomb diagram. A diagram of the crime scene. Amara's sarcophagus is in the very center of the room. So this is where the bad stuff happened. The murder apparently happened right here, I think. And we got tomb crime photo. A photo of Inga's body. He was stabbed in the back with a knife. My lord. And he was on the phone. Oh yeah, because that's one thing we learned last week. Because people thought that he had shot his gun. But it turns out when we looked at his memory that he didn't shoot his gun. He was actually on the phone. And we heard a firecracker go off that was from Dats, a reball, if you can believe it. So he didn't fire his gun, and there wasn't a man laughing after killing him because the man laughing was also still Dats on the phone laughing. He wasn't on the phone. He was just, the guy that was on the phone was in an area with Dats, and he was doing that. Such a crazy thing, dude. All right, then we got gemstone, Inga's button, which this still has not come up for anything. Discovered in the ashes of the tomb's incense burners, caked in soot. I have no idea how that's going to come up. Pink butterfly pendant. It seems to belong to Dirk. A fingerprint was found on the inside of the lid, stained with the victim's blood. Has a picture of Dirk and Amara in it. They look so adorable together. There's that big old fingerprint. Mysterious bloodstain. A bloodstain from Amara's tomb. Analysis reveals that it's Dirk's blood, which was not helpful to us at all. Alright, let's see. We got painkiller shots. We got the steroids for Inga. He was definitely juicing, dude. The medication Inga used for his back pain, said to make the pain disappear. So we were trying to say that he got stabbed and didn't even know it for a second there because of these, but I think they got thrown out. But we were trying. Inga's notepad. A notepad used by Inga. People's characteristics are written inside. Because we found out also last week that Inga's face blind. And so when he actually looks at the killer in his final moments, it was just a blurred face because he can't see people's faces. So of course that complicates things further. Of course they would do that. You know, we should look at the details because they could still come up. Nana, purple hat, glasses, diamond-shaped tattoo on forehead. Dirk, long hair, eye patch, blue clothes. Phoenix Wright, spiky hair, blue clothes, pink necktie. Woman's photo, a photo showing Dirk and Amara's life on the run about 23 years ago. Channeling photo, a picture taken at around 2 p.m. of the channeling rite. Yes, this is what the queen said she was doing while her husband was being murdered. So she was channeling. Was she channeling her dead husband? And we got Albie's statement around 2 p.m. Shahadu was surprised by a firecracker and ran into the courtyard and stole Nana's hat. Let's read the long form version. Around 2 p.m., Datz leapt out of the bazaar manhole, got yowled at by a dog and a warbod, and then threw a firecracker. The shocked look on Albie's face had Datz in stitches. When the police came along and detained the rebel, the noise spooked Shahadu, who ran off. When Albie caught up to him in the courtyard, Shahadu had what looked to be Nana's hat. Amara's assassination file, a file containing a ton of information on the assassination of Amara Sigatar Karin. Page 1. The arson incident involving Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Dirk's fingerprints on it. Page 20. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in the incident and lost his life. He was struck in the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. Oh, that's right. He won't be channeled. It's the divination seance. That's probably what we'll do. It would be really cool if we could channel him too, but it is probably more likely that we'll just see his final moments. I forgot about that. Page 34. As the son of the terrorist Dirk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon the children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Karenese people. I think that's such a weird... I mean, this statement's just trying to, like, give reason to the previous statement. It's just, I don't know, it's just a weird thing to have in a note. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Dirk's Law Book, a document establishing the Defense Culpability Act in the name of the Queen. In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals would be deemed just as guilty. Dirk's badge, a symbol of Dirk's creed. A dragon never yields. Nayuta never confiscated it. I feel like this is going to be the sentimental evidence that we use at the end with Nayuta or something. Or Dirk. Founder's Orb. The Founder's form has appeared from within. It seems only the Queen knows the Founder's real name. How convenient. Alright, cool. There we go. Now we've gone over the evidence. I think we're ready to get started. I'm going to get my foot pedal set up. Okay, there we go. Now I can do that. Get my inner voice set up. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. Pause the music. All right, without further ado. May 19th, High Court of Karin. Accused lobby. I like how they call it the accused lobby instead of defendant's lobby, right? Isn't that what it was? You know, defense lobby. Talk about some really close shaves. Time to get right Wednesday underway. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you can't get a closer shave than Headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. Nice, what a ball. Not a sponsor. That should be a brand if it's not. The trial's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted. Still, you were able to fight back the Queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which... is Maya coming to help us out? I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday, out of exhaustion, apparently. That's all it was, so she should be okay. Barbed head, horn head. Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafa. You were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess, Rafa Padma Kurain,
Padme.
and I am prepared to face my father's death.
It was pretty badass. Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess. It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude. No, don't mention it. I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage. Oh, ooh. What's up, Ice? Welcome in, dude. How you doing? Happy Wednesday.
The Unknown Ranger.
Man, it says your name perfectly. Nice one. Oh, that's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Thanks. But I thought you Americans liked massages. And smoothies. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. Hey, you, lawyers. Where's the accused? Huh? Dirk? That's a good question. The fuck? What's up with those lips, Dance? He's supposed to be whistling, I guess. Harry Edgeworth likes cows. No, does he? Was that ever a reference? I'm okay. I'm doing good, man. We're here playing some Ace Attorney, so I'm doing amazing, I guess you could say. I blew it big time, AJ. That's... Shut up, you. What's going on? The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused. What? We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant? I keep telling you, I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together. But I lost track of him after that. So Dirk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You want to know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late. What? Don't tell me he's gone to rescue her. But that's what I am telling you. It's why I helped him escape in the first place. Dad, do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why do you choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me. Nah, don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara, you'll see. It's not the point, Dats. Listen, lawyer. You let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will now resume. See that you are ready. Wait, the trial's still on? Even without the defendant? Those were Her Eminence's orders, so you will return to the courtroom at once. Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads. Oh, damn, dog. Yeah, he would have a cow if he sprung a cow on him. I have nowhere to put such a beast. For the wiki, he likes cows. I don't know where they got that from, though. Huh. I wonder if that's just somebody playing jokes or something. That's funny. God, that's weird. Maybe there was like a line in the investigations games or something? Huh. It's funny. I'm trying to think. Like, was there one? I don't even remember a cow coming up in all those games or anything. Maybe. You know, the fact that we haven't defended Dats in court is shocking. Yeah. Wait. Did we kind of, though? It's not directly, but we kind of did. Because, like, with the whole, like, Founder's Orb thing, right? It was, like, tangentially a little bit. really we were arguing the owner of the Founders War, but I guess Datch was just kind of involved, like whether or not he killed that guy, right? So kind of. I mean, Idris evidently lives in a mansion, so yeah, but you know, there's still no room for this beast. I must have giant decorated halls. May 19th, High Court of Karain. Now then, let us resume the trial at hand. Yeah, I remember you said that last week. Yeah, that was such a realization for me, because you're totally right. He is Larry Butts, dude. 100% he is. He's always like in the wrong place at the worst time. Your Majesty? My client seems to have gone missing. What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused? Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings? She's gonna rewrite it with her fingernails again? Then I shall simply revise it. You think she like writes it in blood too? Or is that just her, like, she has so much nail polish, it's just like coming off? As ruling sovereign of Karain, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Maya Fey, please approach the stand? Yeah, they also act as pins, yeah. Maybe they're so long she actually has like a little like tiny little ink thing, you know, like the inside of like most pins just has a cartridge. She just got like a cartridge like just resined into her finger. That would be pretty crazy, dude. Honestly, I feel like writing with something that's like an inch away from the tip of your finger would be so difficult. Mine would look so illegible, dude. I almost want to try it just to see what that's like. Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Getting dragged out of bed and into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It was my idea. And you are... Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're Apollo. Nick's told me all about you. You're the new guy with a loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable? What is Paul? What? Oh, I guess he did kind of just bail at one point. I have something I have to do with his sweet eye patch. Maybe that's what she's talking about. Sounds like it'd be annoying. Absolutely. You should get ink everywhere. That's true, dude. Yeah, that's true. For sure. What she's probably doing is just dipping it in fucking blood of people that she's executed already. Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. So why was I called here anyway? I mean, you were like the fucking, like, ransom thing? Or what am I trying? Hostage? That's the word? Am I under arrest again? Not again, Maya. Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Fey, this is a trial for Dirkstad Mahdi, and you're here as a witness. What? Dirk's been arrested? But... That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Fey, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. What? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least, that is what the defense claims. I forgot that that was the last thing. That's why Maya's here. Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion? I haven't seen her puff out her cheeks in forever. Oh shit, sorry, I just punched the mic. She has an ink pad on her person. Yeah, and it's inked up with blood. Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense. I mean, it's not the only way, right? Because the queen could have done it. I mean, we're just taking her word for it a little bit, right? She was channeling someone, you know? Who's to say it wasn't Inga? Your understandable anger at the defense's side. Will you testify, Miss Fey?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Witness testimony. Channeling the minister.
I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Mr. Inga. I didn't even have a chance to do something like that. Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though, I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with.
Why would you say that, Maya? Oh my god. Yeah, you can beat up Apollo later. Yeah, exactly. You can do it with Trucy, too. It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga.
And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you?
Yes, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Fey is lying. Apollo. Maya was being awfully secretive about something just now. Then I guess I'd better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. Yeah, she was super cryptic with that last part.
I guess there are some things.
Yeah, and Athena will join it too, yeah. You know, all the girls love to beat up on Apollo. It's because he's such a little cutie.
I don't have any idea what's going on, but...
Hold it! What a silly place to stop her. Hold it! Hold it. Oh, come on, Mike. Hold it! There it goes. You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct?
Mm-hmm. I was exhausted after being held captive for so long.
That must have been terrible. Maya, Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he?
Oh, no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things.
Like what?
Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of the Plume Punisher. Acting like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me.
Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here?
He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around.
We'll get together and shoot him out of Trucy's prop cannon. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Loki, what's up, buddy? I think it's just because I'm start talking. This sometimes gets all riled up. It's all right, little buddy.
Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through.
Wait, did I miss something? What was that?
Oh, that? Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief.
God, what a horrible set of people there. With a wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. Yeah, maybe. If she looks like that when she's alone with him, too. I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup, right? Maybe Inga wasn't such a bad guy. That's kind of interesting.
In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened, I know I didn't channel Minister Inga.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Why is it not recognizing it today? Hold it. Hold it. Jeez, dude. Come on, man. Maybe it switched mics on me. Are you sure about that?
You sure about that?
Maybe you just don't remember channeling him.
Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know.
Something's not right here. Miss Fey, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct?
Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time.
Okay. Then let me ask you something. Did you ever see did you ever see Nana in the tomb, dressed as Dirk?
Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I'd remember if I saw something as crazy as that.
Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right. 20 isn't old in the slightest. Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Being 33 myself, I totally agree.
I didn't even have the chance to do something like that.
Hold it. Hold it. You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time?
Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there was no way for me to make the channeling mudra with my hands to do it.
Right. I guess you really didn't channel Inga then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right?
Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want.
So I take you can do that too, Miss Faye.
Of course! It's a cinch for a new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium.
That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me.
Ah, I'll show you, childish Nick.
You know what I think would be cool if they made sort of like an investigations game, but you played as Maya and you went around using your spirit medium powers or whatever to help. That could be kind of interesting. Like maybe you help in various cases, but you have to like do, I don't know, because somehow they're gonna have to put all the work in Maya's lap at that point. But it's like everything is so spirit medium involved that Maya has to be like the one uncovering everything or something. I think that could have been kind of cool. I mean, I guess this game was almost like them doing a little bit of that because it's all spirit based.
Besides, I'd never go quietly along with some criminal's plan.
Hold it. So you wouldn't channel spirits for unseemly purposes?
Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter. And I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo?
Well, until finger pointing and objecting become deadly, I don't see how they can be used.
Wow, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the ready with some sarcastic comeback.
I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please. I like to see Investigations 3, to be honest. Yeah, me too, 100%. I love the Investigations games. I feel like from what I've read, not a whole lot of people like them that much out of the whole series, but I honestly think they're fucking bangers, dude. I liked them. I like the characters we got to see them. I like the cases that we got to go through. I like the gameplay style. It was all great. And I love Edgy Boy. We need to see Edgeworth's rise to Chief Prosecutor. Hell yeah, dude. That would be so sick. I'd be down. Then we get to see more K, right? Because K is fucking cool. And more of, oh, what was his name? Uncle what? Uncle Ray, right?
Anyway, I'd never go along with something like murder. Though, I guess there are some things I'd go quietly along with.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Come on, dude. What is with us today? Hold it. Come on! Yeah, Ray Shields. Hell yeah, dude. Uncle Ray. Sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye.
Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs.
Sorry. I didn't realize, wait, we're in a court of law. Like, some more Shi-Long. Yeah, you were talking about the, Lang, right? The, what was he, like a detective or some shit, or whatever, from another country? Yeah, he was awesome, if we're thinking about the same person. I need more old bag. Hell yeah, dude. I need a Winity old bag.
Yeah, I know.
Then what was all that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job.
Nah.
So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding?
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
Well, that means you definitely need to say. You made a promise to Dirk?
Mm-hmm. A pretty big one.
I think this is about all you're going to get out of her. Yeah. Whoa.
Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears her little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you'd suspect me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Minister Inga, do you?
Oh, evidence, huh?
There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind.
That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer, I will have to end this cross-examination. Interpol agent. Yeah. That's what he was. Yep. Yep. What now? Even if she doesn't use any special items to do the channeling itself, you'd think there would be something to complete the description, or the deception. Is there any proof that a Justice Minister Inga was channeled? Is there? Huh, let's see. We got none at all, or you bet there is. Saving state. Alright, and actually before we go forward with this, I'm going to do a quick restroom break. Shouldn't take too long. I'll be right back in just a minute, so don't go away, everybody. BRE. There's no escape this time. You know that. You want to know why I go after pretty little things like you? No one's gonna miss you. It's as simple as that. There's always more of you. Ladies of the night. You're all dimes a dozen. Replaceable. Forgettable. Dead. You little cutie.
Step into our universe of infinite savings at Omega Mart. This week, save on ground magic meat, only $1.99 a pound. Half a heart, now half off at just $2.99 each. Omega Mart bone-in trophy chops, $2.49 a pound. Brain, only $7.99 a pound. Heavenly hash, picnic priced at $1.49 a pound. Nebula loaf, wow, only 99 cents a pound. See the savings for yourself. Only at Omega Mart, your portal to a universe of value.
Mitch and Carol. Whoa, whoa! What the fuck, guys? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought we were on the same team. Friendly fire, friendly fire. Please come by at your earliest convenience. Gentlemen, continue your luncheon. He's gonna ask me to undress, dude. I know he is. Because I am him. No! And then she's just an old lady. This guy, vegetable vendor. This guy, butcher. This person, old lady. Like, what the fuck, dude? She's got the fucking shit end of that stick, man. She's got baked goods. All right, and we're back. Okay, so what we were doing is, we were answering this question. Is there any proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled? None at all, or you bet there is. Let me look at the court record. Was there any evidence that he was channeled? Thank you for the welcome back. Appreciate you. Oh, I missed, oh, we also need to see how Whip Lady is doing. Oh, hell yeah. I fucking love Franzi, dude. She's probably one of my favorites. I know she's aggressive, but maybe that's what I like. Really need to see how Gumshoe is doing. Yes, yes, I agree with that. Gumshoe is probably my favorite character. I love Gumshoe, dude. I even have a thing just to bring Gumshoe's face up. Anybody talk about me, pal? Fucking love Gumshoe, dude. I want a Gumshoe game. I think Gumshoe should have his own game. If I ever made a fan game, it would be Gumshoe starring. She's your third favorite prosecutor? Yeah, I can see why, because she's good, man. She's great. All right, let's see here. Proof that he was channeled. I don't think so. He has been discovered in the ashes, incense burners, caked in soot. That he was channeled. Maybe this would? Somehow? I don't see how. Butterfly pendant seems to belong to Dern. Stained with the victim's blood. It's Dirk's. I don't see how that would prove anything. I mean, there's this channeling photo. That to me is the closest thing to channeling, but I don't know that that proves that she was channeling Inga. Ooh, I'm not sure. I don't know, we saved, so in fact, just in case I'm wrong about that, I'm gonna save again. Well, here we go. So I'm gonna say you bet there is, and we're gonna try it. You bet there is. She's absolutely hilarious. I love her, man. She makes so many great moments. The whips, it's great. And I love like young Franzi, like especially when we in the investigations. Young Franzi was so great, dude. She was always like that. You're bluffing, I take it? How could you tell, Phoenix? I'll be fine. If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rayfa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right. Because if he was, Rayfa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rayfa saw him. So I'm thinking the soot-covered gem, maybe? Maybe that will come into play. It's from a suit. Aha! Good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from. All right. Let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Fey channeled Justice Minister Inga? God, dude, it's gonna be such a long shot to say this fucking gemstone. I still feel because I don't really understand how that links together, but I think we're bluffing right now, right? So it's not the whole point of what we're doing. Let's see. Take that! Oh, come on, that was a good one. Take that! Take that! Take that? There we go. It doesn't want it hard today. Only soft. Is that a gemstone?
We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence?
So is it like they hid his jacket in the ashes and then they left the gemstone?
What? What was that doing in the tomb?
Ah, so you do recognize it.
But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket?
I don't get where you're going with this.
I'm not really 100% sure either.
Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rayfa. Especially if he were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him.
Ah!
Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb. Where you burned them once, you no longer needed them.
Oh, hell yeah, get her.
Whip! Whip! She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo. Miss Faye,
Yes?
do you know my husband's name?
It was, Inga Kirkul Karain, right?
That is correct, in part. But there's more, much more. Inga Karkul Hakul.
Oh, I can't even. Karain the Third. There's no way I was gonna be able to do that one, dude.
That is his true name. Could it be any longer? Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. To Miss Faye, did you know his true name? Wait, so, Miss Faye, did you know his true name?
No, I mean, how could I?
Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and the true name of the one she seeks to channel.
See, I feel like she's digging her own grave right now, right? Like, so this whole thing has been basically to prove that Maya didn't do it. But then it's like, well, who else could channel around here? Wouldn't the only person be her? You know, like, I get that my theory of Amara being Nana means that Amara could also have done it. Or Nana, you know, / Nana. But I feel like Garan right now is painting a picture of like, well, I'm the only one that could have done it. So, you know, not that that, you know, is not okay for her, because I think that she's fine even if she does say that, because she's like, well, I didn't do it. So, you know. But I just kind of feel like it's all starting to point more at like, well, if it wasn't Maya, it was still somebody, right?
So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know and didn't like, thanks to that last trial?
I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up with the details. Maybe we're working off of some wrong assumption again.
Apollo? I was thinking,
Yes?
since I didn't channel Minister Inga, is it possible that someone else did?
Someone else? But who else could have it been?
I haven't thought that far yet.
See, they're getting at what I've just been talking about.
Such chatter is without merit. Let us move on, shall we?
Because she's starting to understand what I was gonna.
I don't care what Garan says. I'm going to figure this out. If it wasn't Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then...
Oh, then it's Amara, right? If we're still saying the Queen has an alibi, I guess. That photo is still holding strong, huh?
Apollo, forget about who is capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rayfa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters.
Nana, right? Did we already prove that? So Inga's full name is a pun of... Okay, cool, because I could not have read that. How could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is? So is it... That's pretty funny.
Well, I'm waiting, Defense. And you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but there was someone else besides Miss Fey who could have channeled Minister Inga. There's just one more person, and they were in Inga's private quarters. That person is our only hope now. So the defense believes there was another. Let's have your very serious answer then. With pleasure. Horn Devil. Who could have channeled Minister Inga?
Okay, we're gonna save, but I'm pretty sure I know where we're going. The only other person that we've talked about being in those quarters was Nana. Or Amara in a very cheap disguise. The more I look at this picture, the more it looks like Amara. Like, obviously, come on. So spelt out, it's How Condisnam Biani Longa Ormo Pompous than it already is. Karain the Third. That's funny. Thanks for showing me that, because, yeah, I totally missed that. There's no way I was ever going to catch that one.
Take that! Take that! Take that. Come on. Come on, take it! Just take it! Take that!
There we go. Gotta really show it who's boss.
Nana. Your Eminence said it yourself. That's right. Nana never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nana. And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said that Nana disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards. You are not seriously suggesting. It's the only thing that makes sense. Nana channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since.
I feel like we had said something about that last week. As a theory.
And why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that detail. That really does help us out here, doesn't it?
Ah, no way! That's got to be it. Nana must have somehow channeled the minister. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nana isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Nana to the stand.
Well, Your Eminence, say something.
Nothing?
All right. Not like her.
Very well, then. Let us call Nana to testify.
Where's she been, though?
Yes. Now we can finally crack this case wide open.
Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There is no need. Nana is in the waiting lobby. What? Nana's here? I thought she'd gone missing. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rayfa brought her here today. She took time off without Rayfa's knowledge or consent?
That doesn't seem like something she would do, right?
I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than that meets the eye, Apollo.
Hell yeah, there is, dude.
Sorry, one moment, please. There we go, cool. Miss Nana, do you understand why you have been summoned here today? What the? What's with all that hair, dude? How did all that fit in that hat, man? What the hell? I was not expecting that. She's got like a giant cocoon on her head, dude.
Yes, of course. Her Eminence has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed a crime.
So this is Nana. That's quite the hairdo.
Though I will say... I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal.
Nincompoop? Isn't that Rayfa's favorite insult? I guess Nana rubbed off on her. What with all the time they spent together.
You there, young horned head.
Yes?
You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded.
Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters. So now we're going to get a lie about what happened in there. And we'll see straight through it. I'm no spirit medium, Sonny. Sonny boy! A side note, bit of clip of you showing the microphone who's boss. Nice, hell yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Kalrain. After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garan is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass, Maya Fey.
And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nana could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nana channeled Inga's spirit. All right, the defense may now question the witness. Cross-examination.
I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones.
Hold it! Hold it! Albie's dog stole your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest?
I had been feeling unwell all day and had pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition.
Well, I sympathize with you, Nana. You took the whole day off without informing Princess Rayfa. She was very worried about you, you know.
How very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I.
Except to Rayfa, Nana's not just a mere servant.
To even think a mere commoner could channel spirits or slay a minister. What hogwash.
Oh, she's got all of the old people words.
Besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium.
Hold it! There we go. I hear you are the head servant, isn't that right?
Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to channel spirits?
Since you're the head servant to a family of channelers, I'd say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure.
I think not. For that goes against the very underpinnings of the kingdom of Kalrain. To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and a rigorous training. But most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It is not simply some hobby one can take up in the manner of knitting, in the manner of knitting or gardening. So commoners could never become a medium, no matter how hard they tried? That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young Hornhead. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Kalrain.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it? Okay then, what if you actually have royal blood in your veins, Nana? Like a distant relative or something.
I am from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather. I've never heard of talk of royal blood or noble ancestry.
Apollo, if spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from mother to daughter, then even with a royal ancestor, it'd be impossible to learn without the right training. It is as the Barbed One says. It also must be mentioned that this secret art is only taught here in the kingdom of Kalrain, in your country's Kurian village. Why aren't things falling into place like I expected? Ah, but they are, Apollo, but they are. I would ask the witness to continue her testimony.
After Queen Amara's passing, Her Eminence Queen Garan is the only spirit medium left.
Hold it! Queen Amara was the victim of an assassination, right?
Yes. Oh, she was a beautiful, gentle soul. But she fell in love with a man of dubious origins and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel.
Except she's actually still alive. And standing right in front of us. Poor Nana's yet another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. Amara, the queen has been locked away and her existence in this world erased. But the fact that she is still alive shackles Nayuta to Garon's will. Nayuta, the only reason you're still standing there by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right? First time we've seen Nayuta today. I forgot he was there. We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness's testimony.
If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass, Maya Fey.
Hold it! Miss Fey was being held hostage. She was completely tied up and didn't even know Minister Inga's true name, making it impossible for her to kill or channel him. Yeah, take a shot every time Nayuta speaks in this trial. Yeah, you'll be totally sober by the end of it. Part of that's just the length of it, though.
Bah, I know nothing of that.
Listen, you horned devil. Were you not just insisting that it was Maya Fey who had channeled Minister Inga? My, how quickly you change your tune. No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it. It's great that you're following my advice, Apollo. But try not to look so forced while you do it, would you? Nena is right about one thing, though. Only those of the royal bloodline can be spirit mediums in Karain. Common folk like us are out of luck. Yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I'll finally be close to connecting all the dots once I point one very big thing out. Okay, there's something I gotta point out. Some evidence in. I was feeling under the weather yesterday. I decided to rest. Lily servant could not possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Karain. After Queen Amara's passing, her eminence, Queen Garan, is the only spirit medium left. I guess, would it be this? Pointing out that Queen Amara is not dead? Because we have that photo, right? Okay, saving. I think maybe that might be it. Okay. Present. This is a photo of Queen Amara. Which is obviously that lady. And, yeah. So, this is our proof to know that she wasn't dead because of that stamp in the back. So, let's try it, dude. Objection! Objection! Objection?
Objection.
Oh, that one worked. Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction, except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case.
Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nena's testimony.
Go on.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because, in Karain, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits.
I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense.
Hold on. I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Nena stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive. At the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nena channeling Inga. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 p.m. That would mean that Nena channeled Inga. Even though supposedly only those of royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down a rabbit hole? Mr. Wright, you may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need. Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are? Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo?
Pretty lady.
That's... This photo's very existence, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Karain. Horned devil! You mustn't! Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Dude, that she's sweating. She got that eye twitch going.
Will the defense please explain who is shown in the photograph? All I see is a beautiful woman holding a baby.
The person in this photo is the previous queen, Amara Sigatar Karain. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive.
What? But that's nonsense.
Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amara's supposed assassination.
Queen Amara's still alive? Has the lawyer gone mad?
Well, I personally find it hard to believe. I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense.
Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet, according to Dirk, she's actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here, in this very courtroom today.
But how?
Why is he the only one that does that? He just watched way too much Naruto, dude.
Do not be deceived, your majesty.
The red pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning, lawyerly art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue. That's where you're wrong, prosecutor, because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough.
Is that so? It's my turn, Nayuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes.
Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as...
Nana. There she is.
Take that! Just gonna click at that time, dude. Fuck it. It's Athena! Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, look at that. This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga. Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person, and you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nana. Your true identity is the former Queen Amara, and the killer we've been looking for all along.
What?
Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell.
Oh my, such frightening allegations.
Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot. Her Eminence Queen Amara yet lives. And is actually Miss Nana here. You have truly gone off the deep end.
You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence! If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct? Dude, nice one, dude. Got her. I can. I deny it no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nana, the woman who stands here before us, is Amara, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago.
Paul Conker.
Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Nana, no.
Amara Sigatar Karain. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened. Is she gonna transform? Oh, the hair gonna fall off or something? Oh, damn.
Oh, dearie me, I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. Yeah, well done, young hornhead.
Oh, she's transforming. Whoa. Didn't expect that one. Okay. In her cocoon, she becomes... This is awesome. Whoa, dude. Whoa. Whoa!
I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I greeted you, good people of Karain. It is I, Amara Sigatar Karain, your former queen.
She was rotating her her arms like that. What the hell? Congratulations, your Nana evolved into Amara. And it is complete. Queen Amara? What? Ah! In slow motion. Oh, I thought he was on the ground. Now he's standing back up again. And I thought Goran's makeover was extreme. Can it really be true? You are alive and well?
It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm.
This animation is so weird. It's like trippy, like how she's just like still as she is except for her arms.
I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress. Amara, I'm sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me. It is quite all right, Goran. I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer.
Queen Amara? What does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago?
I barely escaped that blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear younger sister, Goran.
But the buildings of that great tomb? And disguising yourself as a lowly servant? Why would you do such a thing?
Goran, I would have you explain. I wished for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who could conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant?
She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place. He never even guessed she was living as a servant, right in plain sight.
I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. Ah, but those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Horned Head.
You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with.
If there is something you wish to say, then say it.
It doesn't matter who you are. You won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer. Ooh. What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide. A grand priestess of Karanism. You can't do that. She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people.
If you commit the crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be you a priest, saint, queen, or god.
I've never met such an egalitarian person.
Queen Amara, and your year is disguised as Nena. You would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress as in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? Oh, what a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer. Me, the one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself. You may be a grand figure in Karianism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder most foul?
Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what he speaks.
Fear not, good Majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am a grand priestess, on this stand I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence.
Your compassion overfloweth your mercifulness.
Oh, young lawyer. In my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw.
Huh?
There's a flaw. Nayuta.
Yes, your mercifulness?
Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered?
Dirk Sadmati, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga.
I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga. What? Why not? Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuta. Explain how wrong he truly is.
Yes, your mercifulness.
Her benevolence, Prince Rayfa, saw Minister Inga enter the tomb around 2:30 p.m. Yet you, the defense, claim the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then, once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb. Oh, yeah. As she tried to exit before you all arrived. Princess Rayfa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort. Ah. Yeah, but the tomb is empty thing, right? Isn't that still... is that still a no-go? It's her tomb, and it's empty. She could lay in it. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered? Defense? No. No, she wasn't. Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood. Yeah, she gets to stay there for a nice siesta, exactly. Well, that was entertaining, Prosecutor Sadmati. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name. You wish for me to take over? Yes. Prosecute your father to save your mother. How cruel. What a poignant fate to bear, but bear it you must. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Eminence.
And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of this sacred hall to your authority once more.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence.
Is she like doing a tortoise in the hare thing a little bit? Like, I don't know, I'm just getting a tortoise in the hare vibes because she sounds like the hare who thinks she's won the race, right? And so she's like, I can take a nap now. It's all right. They don't need me to rewrite any laws anymore. This is handled, you know? So she's going to take a nap at the finish line, and then we're going to be that tortoise coming to win the race.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, your mercifulness. Your testimony, if you please.
The lawyer's theory is absurd.
Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Sadmati for his crimes.
You know, like, one thing we haven't explained, too, is why does Dirk have amnesia about that one spot? You know, like, he walked in and then he kind of blacked out. Like, we still haven't figured out how that works, right? Like, why? Why did he lose his memory of that moment?
Oh, such marvelous testimony. You are truly a treasure, Your mercifulness.
I mean, obviously, you just got hit on the head, because we know that that makes anybody lose a memory in this world, or whatever.
This too is but by the grace of Her Holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh, my. The Holy Mother, you say?
Yes. Surely Her Holiness has guided me to this witness stand.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Look at that fucking tiger, dude. Look at the tiger's eyes. Why? That tiger looks so weird. All the rest of them look fine. But the tiger got like human eyes, dude. What the hell, dude? Am I the only one think that tiger looks a little off? That's a guy in a tiger costume right there. Alright, anyways.
And to the purity of truth.
Oh, how magnificent. Queen Amara, the Holy Mother's messenger here on earth.
The tiger has seen some things, yeah. Praise be the Queen Amara! Where did those animals even come from?
Now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a grand priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony.
Dude, that's my whole fucking thing, though. That's like the whole deal. Okay, it's gonna be hard. I think that means that I can only do one press or something? Sometimes they do that. We're gonna save here just in case that's true.
Now I shall destroy your utterly absurd and barbarous theory.
Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! I should just start clicking it, dude. It just doesn't like my microphone today. My theory is utterly absurd and barbarous?
And high-handed, if I may say so. Nayuta was right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of Mount Poniponi's holy waterfalls could devise a better theory.
Surely you can steal better insults than Nayuta's best.
Now then, to all of you gathered in the sacred hall, need I remind you? I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder.
Hold it!
Well, maybe. You were hiding inside the sarcophagus.
That's what I was thinking, dude. After all, it does technically belong to you. I bet you'd have no trouble opening it. You know, since it's hers, I guess, right? You can open it because you own it.
If I had been in there, I could not be here today.
for the tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave. I guess not. If I might ask, what's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... There is despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within. Could discover the final hope. My continued corporeality. You completely lost me. Yeah, what the hell was that? In other words, it's empty. But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse. Now, will you dispense with your theory? It isn't as empty as my sarcophagus.
Okay, I guess I get what she was saying now. It's full of all these things because that's what people say are in it. But what was truly in there was the evidence that I actually still live. I guess that's kind of what she said, right? In a long-winded way.
Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling.
Hold it!
Nice, got that one. I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder. Very good. But that very truth refutes your theory. Even if I had channeled Minister Inga and entered the tomb, the moment I ceased channeling him, I would have re-emerged in the crime scene. Precisely. As you said yourself, Defense, Queen Amara was not there after the murder. The only living souls in the tomb at that time were Dirk Sodmati and Maya Fey. Be it in this life or the next, there is no escaping such simple truths. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from this sacred hall. Hold it! There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today. A reason? Ah, perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life.
What's this?
No, it's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago. That was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. It was my duty as a wife to her husband. To bend an ear to him, was it not? Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage. Marriage? Sure, I guess. What do you think? Or what do you think, Mr. Wright? Don't ask me. That is why I listened to Dirk. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me.
That is quite enough. It's abundantly clear that Queen Amara's testimony is flawless, just as her beauty is.
Oh, do you understand now, lawyer?
Nah.
This is bad. The judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer. Amara should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How does she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? It shouldn't be possible for normal people to... For normal people? Ah, maybe. Maybe what? Your Majesty, I think I can explain why Queen Amara wasn't there in the tomb after the murder. Very well, defense. Do explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't keep us waiting. Let's hear it. How did Queen Amara disappear from the tomb? Okay. She clung to the ceiling. She definitely clung to the ceiling, am I right? That's hilarious. Oh my god. Sorry, one moment. Alright, let's see. She hid in the sarcophagus. She channeled someone. I think she channeled someone. I don't know. The only thing I'm thinking of right off the top of my head, based on what we're saying right now, is could it be that there was that cracked statue? Did she, like, channel the person who that statue was of and stand in their place? Like, I don't know, dude. This is I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I feel like that's something that only she can do, you know, and that maybe she would not have been seen, because like maybe someone we thought was there wasn't actually there, and so I don't know, because everybody's alive except for Inga, so I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's the fucking statue that was off to the side. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna try she channeled somebody. Yeah, her secret technique is she was Spider-Man. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try that. Seems plausible. All she had to do was channel someone, and she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else. Why, I believe that actually makes sense. Would she just channel... Well, she would have to dress as them, right? Okay, quit thinking too hard, Domm. What do you have to say about that, Queen Amara? You believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder. Whoa. What the fuck? What the? Eek! Mercy, your mercifulness! Ooh, oh, was that fighting? Holy shit, dude. How dare you spew such vile blasphemy, Defense? You will retract your last statement, or face immediate execution. Damn, dog. No, good Majesty. It is quite all right. Karianism also teaches that we must respond to at all times with reasoned principle. Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to his blasphemous accusation. You have something to counter with? Indeed. Now, are you listening? It would not have been plausible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all, it would require a deceased person to channel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's kind of the hard part. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb. She used Thunderbolt. It was super effective. Amara used Thunderbolt. And that was Mr. Inga. All the others are there right after his murder. Were Dirk and Miss Fay. Ah. Had I channeled Inga as you allege? Well, the outcome would have been quite odd to say the least. For there beside the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. So, you see, I could not have vanished by means of spirit channeling. That's true, but I can't rule it out yet. Because, well... What if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. How absurd. If you channeled someone other than Minister Inga, You could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Another victim. Queen Amara. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out? Was there? Minister Inga was the sole victim. There was no other spirit to channel until he was dead. Hold it! What if there was another victim besides Minister Inga? What on earth could you mean? The only body found in the tomb was the minister's. Yeah, but... Amara's counter-arguments are too spot-on for us to rebut. Or rebut, sorry. Actually, there is one possibility. What's the matter, Apollo? That's one heck of a face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing, really. And yet, that means... My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from the Sacred Hall. Hold it! There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today. A reason? Perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life. What's this? What a bastard. No, it's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago. Oh shit, I already pressed this, didn't I? We've already said this. That was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. Okay, yeah, we already read all this part. Okay, my bad. Okay, try to murder. I don't think, did I? I'm just confused. Did I press this one? We're gonna press it anyways, I guess. The Holy Mother is going to judge him? Within the doctrines of Karianism, we are taught that upon death, the Holy Mother shall judge our souls. To those of pure spirit, her holiness shall be as warm and merciful as the sun. But to those of depravity, her wrath shall echo that of an angry mother to her child. An angry mother? I wasn't expecting the Founder's judgment to be so down to earth. The scriptures of Karianism were the first in the world to be written such that they would be accessible to worshippers of all ages. So it's PG. Wow, that's unexpectedly progressive. So, Amara is claiming that Inga was the sole victim, which fits pretty well with what we know. But was he really the only one? What do you mean? Wasn't there evidence of another victim besides Inga? Someone that we've yet to discover. Dun, 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 dun. Evidence of another victim. Let's take a look. Evidence of another victim. The only thing I could think is maybe this photo. This seems like a stretch, but the evidence of another victim could be the fact that there's a broken statue here. So maybe that's evidence that there was more of an altercation than just the stab wound, because how did that happen? Because we know the gun didn't fire, right?
Because we found out it was just a firecracker, or at least it didn't fire in that seance vision. So maybe this? I don't know. I'm gonna save and try it, I guess. Save state. Oh, first I have to go to the right slide here. Yeah, that was the new one, right? Oh, my husband Dirk is the killer. Yeah, that was this one. Yeah, Mr. Ingo was the sole victim. Yeah. So then present. This feels like a long stretch, dude. I hope it's right. Could be wrong. Objection. What is that noise? Yeah, it wasn't right. Okay. Huh. Okay, I think I may have put something together a little bit, because we did have that blood on the floor, right? Yeah, we've already seen this. So let me just go back. Because at first I wasn't thinking it was going to be that, because the only other thing that we had that there was like another person there was this blood stain from Amara's tomb. Analysis reveals that it's Dirk's blood. Could Dirk be the other victim? Is Dirk... Oh my gosh, is Dirk not alive? Is Dirk dead because Amara was Dirk this whole time? Because Dirk leaves and then Amara is here? We've never seen them in the same room at the same time? Oh my god, is that what just happened? Dude.
Objection.
Okay, no, that's not what it was. Okay. So it wasn't Dirk? I guess maybe it still was, but it wasn't that piece of evidence? Okay. Oh, no. It's because I was on the wrong statement. I forgot my load thing was on the wrong statement. Yeah, okay. My bad. Didn't save it the right spot. So I might still be right with this. Let's see. It might still be Dirk. Oh, the music stopped. It was Dirk. Oh, God. Dirk can't be dead. Yeah, I know, Apollo. I can't believe I'm presenting this either, dude.
I can't believe I'm presenting this. But it proves that there was another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were... No! It can't be!
Would the defense care to share something with us?
Queen Amara, you knew, didn't you?
Whatever are you talking about? If you won't tell this court, then I will. Well, don't keep us waiting.
This case includes a second victim.
One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder
Was actually already dead.
But a second victim, Apollo.
Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Oh, you putrid pepper. Of all the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling from your lips. But suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was the other victim? There's no way this can be true. But... no. I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward to solving this case.
And it would also explain why Dirk left, because Dirk does trust Apollo, right? Dirk wouldn't not trust him and then just try to, like, escape or whatever, like Dats was saying earlier. Now it's just Amara trying to switch back to Amara, I guess, right?
Damn, I like Dirk, dude. The other victim who Queen Amara channeled was... Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There is no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me. Dirk knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was... What? You can't. That's impossible! The defendant, Dirk Sadmati, is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim. This is insanity. Polkonka! Apollo, what are you... Do you realize what you're proposing? I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice. I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered, but the facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this.
So is Dirk in the sarcophagus?
This is where they've led me. I see. After Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb.
So that explains why Dirk didn't remember anything. He went inside, died, and then he came to when he was channeled with the blade in his hand and everything. Right?
I see. After Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara... But it can't be, can it? Dirk's blood stain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is Dirk had also been murdered. That's enough. Your explanation cannot be the truth. And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion. Nayuta, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have to be somewhere nobody would ever look. If there is only one such place.
Yep, it was the tomb.
You truly have proof? The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb. Go check the tomb? But why? Because I believe Dirk's killer hid his body here.
Oh, come on. Do I have to point it out? We all know.
You suggest Queen Amara's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, a killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body, well, that's a horse of a different color.
I hid his body under the chair.
Which means... I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence, being that Queen Goran yet lives, I trust we may now open it.
If we must.
Your Majesty, I believe Detective Skye is still there at the tomb. Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter.
Oh, fuck.
That's what she's thinking. Oh, Emma's here now? I don't know how close we are to the to be continued. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. Let me see. We're probably pretty close, right? There's one more section, so we gotta be somewhere in there. Oh, wow. This is the most lazily written one. Wow, I just realized that. And the person who wrote this part of the walkthrough, I'm looking at the walkthrough, just I like to see how much more I have. All they did was just say press this, select that, present this, press that. Usually it like has an explanation of why. Huh. Wow. How lazy. It's fine, whatever. Okay, cool. Let us continue.
Now then, Detective Skye, your report, if you please.
I guess they gave up seeing how long this case went on for. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting that they just like stopped wanting to analyze the case, is what it kind of looks like to me, you know? Because a lot of times they're like, oh, because of this and because of that, that means that this is that, and so you should present this, and it would help me out a lot. I mean, they weren't always very accurate or very descriptive, but they would do that quite often.
I'll start with my findings.
Please, please. Please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were.
A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old.
Oh, jeez. Several days. I don't know. Does several days make sense?
Body? Detective Skye? Tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
I have a photo of the body, and I have positively identified it as...
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the other side of that pendant. Oh, well, that's why he had the pink one, and so Dirk, the actual Dirk, had the blue one. Oh. So had Dirk been dead for a long time? Because it said several days. So just now I'm just thinking about, like, how long has it been, Naina, or Amara, as Dirk?
Dirk Sadmati.
Dirk! No! Why? Why'd this have to happen? Damn it, Dirk! Answer me! I don't know, son. Sorry. How can this be?
Got two sons in here. Getting pretty messed up. Who's hang? Oh, of course it would be Garan.
The traitorous snake, the very head of the insurgency, murdered. Oh, what a joyous day, those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under.
What was I even fighting for? Apollo. What am I supposed to... Oh, sorry. What am I supposed to do now? Poor Apollo. This sucks, man. Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. But, Dirk, what if the truth is that you're... Apollo, in court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with the truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all.
So it's like he knew about the whole thing. Like, he knew he was dead, right? Because that's why he said, I'm going to have to die soon. He knew that he had been murdered. He knew that he was being channeled. And I imagine he knew that because of the pendant that he had on him. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
You believed in me that much, Dirk?
It's been a long case, dude. All those pictures are from this case.
Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do.
Are you all right, Apollo?
Sorry about that, Mr. Wright. But I'm fine now. Apollo. Detective Sky.
Yes?
You sure are you... Wait, how sure are you that the body's been there for a few days?
I'm positive. No autopsy's been performed yet, but I'd say it's been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. I believe they are the cause of death.
Dirk's corpse photo. More than 3 days have passed since his death. He was shot 3 times in the chest.
At least 3 days, huh? That means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, he's been dead that entire time, right? So that whole time, it's actually just been Amara, right?
Then who was channeling him? I think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay in the U.S. without arousing suspicion. It also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. I'm confused. Is it not Naina still, or Amara? I mean, or sometimes it makes me like state the obvious, right? Because it must have been like Naina, right? Naina had to do it. But do you want me to present Naina? Because that's who she would have been at the time? Yeah, it must be, right? This is who was channeling him? I don't think so, Apollo. You sure? I guess it is a bit of a stretch. I'm confused. Then who was channeling him? Am I stupid? This is who... Okay, let me go through the people. Who was channeling him in the States? What was it, Maya? Why would Maya be doing that? Oh, because Maya had a secret she wouldn't tell us, right? So maybe it was Maya? Because she said she told Dirk she wouldn't tell us or whatever? I'm confused now. Okay, how deep does this shit go? Let's just try Maya, I guess. Another person who could channel? And go to the States? Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time. So it seemed only natural that she wasn't around. Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? That was a complete accident. I'm sorry about that. Hit the wrong button on the keyboard. I don't know where that went. Just to a black screen. Let me just move this keyboard really quick so I don't accidentally do that again. There we go.
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk?
A pretty big one.
Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he?
I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yes, I promise not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died.
So I was right then.
Apollo? There's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, Dirk's final moments.
I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments?
It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say he was a few days before Mr. Inga's murder.
Hey, young lady, time to get you up and out of here. Hold on, let's do a, I guess, past voice for this one. Hey, young lady, time to get you up and out of here.
Oh! It's that revolutionary guy!
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found out you'd been abducted.
But why would a rebel help me?
Let's go before it's too late. It already is for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm going to find out what.
That's gotta smart. You become a rebel thorn in my side, see? Or a real thorn. So it's time for you to be pushed up. It's time for you to be pushing up daisies.
Dirk!
Do you really think a pea shooter like that could kill a dragon? What the? Whoa, what are you, some kind of freak? Nuts to this?
But really, that's what happened? How weird. He just ran away?
Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes! I've got to help you.
Relax. It's going to be okay. Sorry things turned out this way. But it doesn't look like I have much longer.
No, don't say that.
You're a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit.
So stop it. Don't give up like that.
If you do, untying a rope like that'll be child's play.
No. Please, hang in there. You can still make it.
Promise me. One thing, young lady. It's about my son.
Dirk? I was talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you. One last time. He asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit.
He really said that? Oh, hey, Stella, what's up?
He also said that he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance.
You just show up here without warning after all this time. What gives?
I came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice.
Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here?
Dirk, you really did come to the US because you wanted to see me.
I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb.
Apollo, you can't stop now. Dirk would want you to keep pressing on.
I know, Miss Faye. And I won't disappoint him.
Defense, if you are ready to proceed... Let me catch my chair, okay.
Ran into the green screen. Oh, yeah, you're saying when Inga ran away? Is that what you're saying? You're running into the green screen? How you been, Stoll? Thanks for heading on in and saying hi. I appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good one. Came in at a pretty heavy moment. Let's see.
I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case?
Yes. And I believe that I can explain everything now.
Very well. Your explanation, please.
Dirk entered the tomb at 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was to take place. Or rather, Dirk, as channeled by Miss Faye, did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Mr. Inga was already dead.
I say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m. But there was someone else in there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting to channel Dirk in place of Miss Faye. That must have been Amara then, right? I mean, it must have been. It must have been. I can hear hope this scene for you, Gravnar and Loki are. Then Loki the good boy. Yeah, we're doing good. Loki's being a good boy. He's the best boy. Let me see. Amara. It must be Amara. It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking it was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly broke Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body. Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible. Actually, there is a way to do that. We've done it before in previous games. With a Magatom of Parting, that is. Using one, anyone could drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to leave. Are you telling me that the extra pale brown Magatama in the tomb was... That it was... That's right, Prosecutor Sadmati. And you've seen one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back into the Twilight Realm. And how it turned a spent pale brown afterwards. In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looks that way because its power had been used up in pushing Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right?
I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling him for so long, after all.
After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Miss Faye in her usual outfit and tied her up. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we could assume she had it planned out. Then, Queen Amara must have changed into Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife, and channeled Dirk's spirit. That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime. And that's how she escaped, right under our noses. Why don't we do a seance dance for Dirk, right? I feel like that would just make sense and go along with the customs of this country and its laws. I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched.
Dirk, what was going through your mind while all this was unfolding?
So ultimately, it was all for naught. Or who was that? Oh, it was... Nayuta said that. Ultimately, it was all for naught. Nayuta. Those dreams of revolution Dirk was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies. Nayuta, how can you... Karma has spoken. The dream of revolution has withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams.
No, Dirk's dream can't die like this. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't, and I won't.
Nayuta, don't forget that Dirk's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder. Now the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun. No, Dirk has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence. What do you mean? Dirk is indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Miss Fey? While the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you have yet to substantially prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Inga's death was 2 p.m.? Well, no, I don't, but... It seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Sanmari, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove Dirk Sanmari to be the foul murderer that he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence.
Why is Nayuta doing this? Karan shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Amara's not a hostage, so what gives? Nayuta, what's left to chain you to her like this?
Very well then, Queen Amara. Please proceed with your additional testimony. You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer, with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Fey. Now let us end this charade. For the eternal glory of Karain and its people. Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? Nayuta also wants to see a bloodbath. Yeah, he's just bloodthirsty. He just actually fucking hates defense lawyers, dude. There is no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain.
Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today.
Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now. The defense may proceed with its cross-examination. You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You have you have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. Hold it! Convincing others is all a part of a lawyer's trade, so I'll take that as a compliment. You would, wouldn't you? I suppose you have deceived countless souls with your lies. But I should not be surprised, considering you learned from him. Him? You mean Dirk, right? Yes, the man who deceived and seduced me. A grand priestess with his silver tongue. We are still talking about the case, right? Surely you have heard of a lady falling for the wrong man before. Ah, but to think that I, of all people, would fall under that devil's spell.
Wow, how did they ever get together in the first place, let alone procreate?
I would advise all here today to be aware of this lawyer's silver tongue. Least you, too, be unjustly painted as a criminal as I have been. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory.
Hold it! I admit I don't have any solid evidence yet. But you're the one who only could have committed the you're the only one who could have committed the crime.
What on earth do you mean?
Including Miss Fey, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Karain. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Fey was tied up in the tomb. That means that the dirk we saw after the minister's murder could only have been channeled by you, Queen Amara.
Insolent lawyer.
Oh, forgive us, your mercifulness.
Really, Your Majesty? Ah, but have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Karain? It's funny how you weren't, like, the prosecution was not even willing to, like, entertain that idea until now. I think that's so funny. So telling. Oh, come on. What are the chances? You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer, which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense? Of course I can't. Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Which one can I actually prove? Prove she killed Inga. Prove she was in the tomb. Okay, my thought is maybe we could do something with the butterfly pendants. I don't know. I don't think that really says anything, though, about what we're saying here. I just don't see anything super strong. Prove she killed Inga. Prove she was in the tomb. I feel like we can't prove she killed Inga, but maybe we can prove she was in the tomb. Maybe it has to do with the butterfly. We're gonna try that one. Prove she was in the tomb. It seems easier. Lower bar. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred.
It seems you are ever bent on painting me as the killer.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Very well. Let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not?
So now, this isn't a new one that we've added, right? Was this here before? Either way, let's just press it. Hold it! By simply changing into Dirk's clothes and channeling his spirit, it is a fact that the killer altered the crime scene.
How very perceptive of you.
In trying to accomplish everything, the killer would have been pressed for time, and may have committed an error that could prove crucial to this case. Sometimes the significance of certain pieces of evidence can change. in the face of new facts and circumstances. Why don't you take a look at all the evidence we have? You think I'll see something in a new light? Is there anything from the tomb that's taken on a different meaning now? The only way to find out is to reconsider each piece based on the current understanding. That's why I feel like it could be the pendant, maybe. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Fey. You're saying the Dirk who entered the tomb is the one who killed Minister Inga? I am. I stand firm with the prosecution's original charge against the accused. What I think is interesting is, like, didn't we have... I'm just remembering... There was a case where... Because Maya was channeling someone and killed someone, she was still going to get accused of it, wasn't she? Like, I don't know, I think it's kind of interesting this is not even playing a part here, but we are in a different country, so that's, I guess that's fine. It's not really precedence or whatever. I stand firm with the prosecution's original charge against the accused. The only issue is whether that Dirk was alive or dead. That's a pretty major issue. Oh, I beg to differ. For here in Kalrain, death is not the end. It is merely a change in one's address, for the Twilight Realm is only the next door over. Is it really? It is. Those who have only recently passed away may call upon you in the night. Such occurrences are quite common in our kingdom. Yeah, these people are hell-bent on Dirk being guilty, yeah. They don't fucking care how they can blame Dirk. They're blaming Dirk, dude. She's kidding, right? And all the time I've spent here, I'm happy to say that's never happened to me. Me neither. You need not fear death. Embrace it, along with your guilt. Then may you begin your journey to the Twilight Realm. Yeah, she wants to kill us, is what she's saying? Then we can execute you, that's what she's saying? Now let us end this charade for the eternal glory of Kalrain and its people. Eternal glory? Once the king of traitors has been judged and the rebellion quelled for good, peace and prosperity shall return to our fair kingdom. Then shall the blessings of the Holy Mother usher in an age of eternal glory. With Queen Amara as the Grand Priestess of Kalrain once more, the people would be freed from submersive elements. Pardon me. Subversive elements. Faith would blossom anew. Oh, you are too kind. But I have no intention of resuming my position as Grand Priestess. What? I relinquished my position as Queen and Grand Priestess to my sister, Garan. And now that my would-be assassin is gone, I am truly free at last. It just seems like she's like being controlled or something, or manipulated in some way. With the stuff she says, it just seems like Garan's like puppeting her somehow. Oh, perhaps I shall take a trip or expand my horizons with new training. Queen Amara? Looks like she's totally over being Grand Priestess and Queen. In that case, I shall introduce you to some wonderful classes that I am taking. If Amara channeled Dirk, she must have been at the scene of the crime. If so, she may have left something behind. Sure, but the question is, did she? Well, if nothing else, you can always try to get her to testify about something else. Right, but first, maybe a quick review of the evidence. Okay, I'm really think it's gotta be that butterfly, right? However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. There's nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime. So it's definitely gonna be this one. 16%. And maybe the pink butterfly pendant. It's either the pendant itself or the picture of Dirk? Maybe it's the picture of Dirk, because that was actually in the tomb. That was just found in the tomb. I don't know. This feels like a stretch, though, but... Don't they all? Objection! Shit, music's still going. Oh, he said, what is that noise? That's wrong. Okay. I'm really hungry, so I'm just gonna look it up. I need to get to dinner time. Let's see.
God, what? It was the pink pendant on this one. I said it. I said it and I was right.
I said it and I was right. And then I tried the fucking picture because Dirk has the other one. Picture of the manna or the banana. You know what I'm saying? Queen Amara. Does this pendant look familiar to you? Why, that is... We found it in the tomb, and it has the minister's blood on it. Which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime. And I fail to see how it is relevant to our argument. Did that not belong to the accused? That's what I thought too. After all, Dirk had said it did himself. He said that? Yes. But it was a lie. Because I believe he was covering for someone. Covering? How? For who? There is a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's. And that is the picture I just tried to show. It's gotta be dude. We're gonna save just in case, but it's gotta be dude, right? That's a photo of the accused's body, is it not? Yes, it is. And I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. This right here proves that the pendant that was found in the tomb wasn't Dirk's. You will notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It's an identical pendant, except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it. Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair. A pair. If the blue pendant was Dirk's, then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to? She's sweating, dude. Twiddling them thumbs, dude. Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs. Does it have Inga's blueprint or fingerprint in there, meaning she opened it as Inga? Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmari. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket. Come again? Now, this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid, to be exact. What? Damn it. No! So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong? I like how she's just still sweating. Queen Amara! It belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh. Oh. It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around. This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you. Nayuta, Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit. And he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him. But why would he do such a thing? You really don't know? He was protecting you. Because he loved you.
He loved you until his very last breath, and beyond.
I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used. But he kept quiet, all for your sake. Dirk, why do you always... Well, Queen Amara, Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now? Dirk, I... Ah!
What the hell, dude? That's her breakdown thing?
This cannot be. I refuse to accept it. Queen Amara, are you ready to confess your crime? I can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sigatar Karain, who slew Minister Inga. That's preposterous! Why? This is beyond belief!
Alright, I gotta take a quick restroom break. We're close to the end of this part, but I just gotta take a quick bathroom break really quick. Yeah, don't go away. BRB, just take a minute. What the hell? Oh man, okay, bacon. She could be a baker. Instead, old lady. Okay. Is this through the eyes of fucking Emma? She's just looking at her like, that's an old lady. Yeah, why not baker? Exactly. That is so funny. Pumpernickel bread. I never liked that stuff. Yes? I would like to speak up, dear. I would like to buy something. All right, what do you want to buy? There's like napkins and then like an ashtray as well. I mean, like tissues or whatever. It's a real woman? That's like not game graphics. That's like a real woman, right? It's like an actual model. Yep. Okay. I did not expect that, dude, but enjoy, everyone. Is she not beautiful? I mean, come on. This is what Kiryu likes to do at the end of a long day, beating guys up. Comes in here and he beats himself up.
That's so funny. Talk like Pikachu. Pikachu! Pika Pika! Pika!
Oh, finish him. Whoa, knock him into next week, bro. So easy, dude. So easy. So I get to a boss, and then I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Got it.
Besides, I think you should only show your underwear to someone you really care about.
Oh, okay. What? What kind of response was that, dude? Oh, okay. Like, oh shit. So I don't get to see him? What the fuck was that, dude? There's nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file? And there's a photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. Looks like a profile on Francesca. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, 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 whoa! What the fuck? Von Karma knows this dude? Okay, so some things are coming together. Von Karma was already there. She was waiting for like the plane to get there.
I've done this voice when you do the John voice yesterday. Well, I can do the John voice for you right now. This is what John voice sounds like. Well, it's a chipmunk right now. I'm down there in the bitchy wheel and beat him to buy.
There you go, Stella. But let's just play it again. So that's Badani right there.
Name's Badani.
He always says "ba" at the beginning of every word, pretty much.
Bing to the bong. Biddly bong, baby. Biddly bong, baby.
All right, let me try this one more time. Hold it! It worked! It fucking worked, dude! It fucking worked! Yes! Yes! I just had to have the fucking heart when I said it, you know what I mean? I had to fucking really concentrate on it.
Stella can't seem to get up the hill. All these tires are plaguing her. There we go, come on. Oh, come on, Stella. Get over the tire, you just respawned. Oh, and you gotta respawn again? Oh, no, Stella's in a bad way, guys. You hate to see it. Oh, there we go. Now
She's going. Come on, you can catch up with the rest of us. Oh, I forgot I was squeaky voice there as well. We got to the moon. Yes, we did. Oh, it's been recording the whole time. What was it recording? Did that mean anything? It got the sound of those two old people banging, I bet. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Yeah?
You know what I'm saying.
Double Dragon 2, The Revenge for your Nintendo Entertainment System. The best action game ever from Acclaim.
The children are playing, crafting something in the kitchen.
We're still playing with clay.
Yes, with clay.
Clay's such a nice guy.
Holy fucking shit.
It's alright, I'll become harder. I mean, it's alright, I'm fucking rock hard right now. I'll become stronger as we continue the game. Let's try it.
Guess who has two thumbs and remembered
Whoa.
electric bill of the day?
Did she not witness what just, hold on. Her husband was sitting there grunting and like nearly screaming, about to stab himself, and she's just like, huh, look at this bug. What the fuck, lady? Any beef broth is probably gross, but ugh. Tasty noms. Like, you actually like that, or is that a food crime? I'm not sure how to take this. I don't want to insult you or anything, but that sounds fucking disgusting. Cut it out. What the fuck? Got a whole daycare thing? Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. What the fuck, man? Well, enjoying yourself? No. No? Ain't this alive? No. Blub blub. Little old magic harp, Noah. Yep. Blub blub. Blub blub blub. Noah uses splash attack. It did nothing. But we love him for it. Go, 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 go. Keep cheering. Keep cheering. We're halfway. Keep cheering. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Come on. That doesn't look like him. We shouldn't shoot. We don't know that that's him. I thought I was right-clicking. I just killed a homeless man.
What's wrong? Snake! Snake!
Ah, damn it. Why did we get our gun out?
I knew what I was doing wasn't right, but I didn't have time to answer questions back at the station.
Oh my god.
Specials vanished every day in this city, and no one ever missed them.
I don't think that's what we were supposed to do, my dude.
He was still there. I didn't know when the trash got picked up in this neighborhood, but I hoped it was soon.
We just murdered that dude and then just hit his body. What the fuck, dude? Give me a bad boy. I need to lose some honor for that one. I deserve it. Come on, little guy.
All right. Sorry about that. The dog also needed to use the potty. All right, let me get situated. Thank you guys for the welcome back. I appreciate that. Always so nice to know you guys are here hanging out. All right, let's continue. I need to get something to eat. I'm starving. Yes, bathroom breaks for all. We all feel relieved. All right, let's see here.
This is beyond belief. Mother, why would you?
Forgive me, Nayuta. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I have no choice. Or I had no choice. It was the only way.
The only way? So, in the end, Queen Amara and Dirk Sadmati. Suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive.
I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incidents of the past would have allowed that. They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak. Queen Amara, there's something I need to know. You had staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you.
I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband. Yet I could not bear my hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this, or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years.
Mother. So she really believes it? That Dirk tried to assassinate her?
Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare Dirk innocent. I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well, then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Sadmati, if you have no further objections. This cannot be. My mother.
I have no objections.
Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. But...
Very well, then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Sadmati.
No, Rafa. Your benevolence?
I cannot accept. I cannot accept this.
Is something the matter, Your Benevolence?
Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father.
What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nena?
Rafa.
Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? Yes, there is no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings.
Barbed head, hornhead, are you going to let this stand?
Dirk's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? I mean, fuck yeah, we gotta push to continue. That's an obvious one. End it here? You kidding me? Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial.
Hornhead.
Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case has yet to come to light? The murder method, the motive, Amara's married life? Okay. Hungry enough, we just gotta find out which one it is. The motive. Yeah, that does make sense. The motive. I guess she's trying to say, or she's trying to almost make it act like it's like revenge or something, but he didn't actually try to murder her. Queen Amara? There's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga?
That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Karkul Karain. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity.
Further tragedy?
Over the past several years, Minister Inga has been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents.
What we really need to know is, was Dirk really that big?
He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but still he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya Fey's abduction?
Yes. Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power. After which, he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling, and Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m., during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister.
Uh-oh. She lying. My bracelet. Apollo. Yep. It seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made.
If I must.
Here we go. Using the eye of the bracelet.
At 2 p.m.
Oh, she got a finger moving. that it though? It did stop. Okay. Let's keep looking around. An eye twitch or something. Nope. Nope, that's not what I meant. Back. Not really anything else going on. Yeah, it's gotta be it. Listen again. Confirm. Gotcha! Queen Amara. You are not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because a finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that pose you make, is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? Whatever do you mean? The murder occurred at 2 p.m. And I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The rite of channeling? Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual. Such insolence! I would have a perpetrator's name at once. Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... Do you take me for a fool? How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now... there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. I just wish there was more to see in it that, I just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. We might be able to make out a few more details with some image enhancement or adjustments. Zoom in and enhance. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice.
There you are. Or here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. I just brought it into Photoshop.
Is that secretly Amara trying to look like Garan? Is that what we're saying? And so she's got like some scar on her chest that's some giveaway or something? Interesting. What's that right there? An injury? No, wait. I think it's a burn scar. Burn scar from when she was almost killed in that burning fire? What? So that is Amara? Okay, I'm just more confused now. Let's just see how this plays out. Wait a second. Your Eminence. Look at those breasts. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. I love how it's just a close-up on her fucking breast, dude. That's hilarious. What's going on here? If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan, then who is it? I mean, it must be Amara, right? Oh, we'll save just in case. Queen Amara, the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan. It's you, posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise, considering you're sisters. So was it Garan that actually killed her own husband then? Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara,
You have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Show us the goods. Tits or GTFO. Oh, dude, it's lighting up. Oh, it's like the things on the Magatama when we do the seances. Oh no, it broke. There it is. Her breast is. Look! Tits or kill you want to stand. That's a little excessive there. It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo. Look, her tits are huge.
I don't understand. What am I supposed to be looking at? Well, hold on.
I knew it. So the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara.
This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switched places?
Amara's confession earlier was also false? See, that makes sense now that I said earlier. It sounds like she's just parroting whatever Garan would say, you know? Like she's just being puppeted by her. That's why, is whatever we're about to uncover here, right?
Palkanka.
Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything. We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m. The exact time the murder took place.
But... that would mean Queen Amara couldn't have possibly have committed this crime.
Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. Oh, so are we... Hold on. Are we trying to say that Queen Garan saw so far into the future that she was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and have this pendant here and make her look guilty, Amara look guilty by having this pendant? Because earlier, Amara was like, I don't even understand myself why I would have brought something like that. And it's like, oh, it's probably like that you wouldn't have, and Garan did it, right? Because now it's just like not making any sense. But when we put it like this, it does make sense. So maybe that has something to do with that. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara. It's probably that evil-looking woman over there.
I am afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime?
Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. Okay, so that was for that then? And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means, while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else.
Palkanka.
What's going on here? Is anybody following this? Was her mercilessness? Oh, damn, I missed that part. Someone that looks like the final boss of an RPG. Exactly. That's how we were supposed to tell all along.
If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is?
Isn't it obvious? Like, literally, this is Domm speaking. Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi. A certain someone named Garan Sigatar Karain.
Why, that's... Is this some kind of joke?
No, Your Majesty. I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Garan Sigatar Karain. Do you even lift? Queen Amara, didn't your sister, Queen Garan, ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spirit from Miss Faye's body? And then stage the crime to make it look like he was the... Well, like he was the minister's killer. Damn.
And at 2 p.m., while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness. It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now. Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is... Whoa, what just happened? What the fuck? Mother, no! What? Someone just fucking shot her? That fucking guard just fucking shot her, dude? Oh my god! Really, dude? Is that guard gonna be something specific, or is he just a fucking simp for fucking Garan, dude? Oh my god.
I really did it. Your Eminence, my life is yours. And my body.
Isn't he one of Garan's royal guards? She's unfazed by her sister getting shot.
Queen Amara! Bailiff, arrest the guardsman.
Mother. Garan couldn't have. Could she?
Someone call for an ambulance quickly now.
So this is how we get a whole another section of the game. Because I was like, we're coming down to it, dude. Huh. There we go. To be continued. What a fucking cliffhanger. Wow. The game managed to surprise me yet again. Well, that's where we're going to be ending it this week. The fucking crazy conclusion will be next week. Next Wednesday. Holy shit, dude. That was crazy. Alright, let me get my saves here. Save and... save. Okay, there we go. Cool. Sure did end this off with a bang. Yes, quite literally, huh? Damn, dude. That's crazy. All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out with me tonight. I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys enjoyed the story as much as I'm enjoying it. As far as for streaming next, I will be live for sure on Monday for trying to finish up Cyberpunk. But I honestly, they just keep laying more side quests on me. So I don't know how much Cyberpunk we have. So that's just for foreseeable future there. And then, yeah, I'll be back around on Wednesday for this. I might have another stream here and there. I know Panda and I have started doing some Satisfactory and some Remnant 2. So we'll probably try to fit that in somewhere. So, yeah, just look out for the notification for those days, though. Cyber Monday and Right Wednesday. Hell yeah, that's pretty good. You know, I never thought about the Cyber Monday thing. That's funny. Because the Cyber Monday's a thing. That's cool. Nice one. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night. I'm going to go get something to eat because I'm freaking starving. But I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful rest of your week. I can't wait to see you again next stream. But you guys have a great night. Thanks again for hanging out. Bye-bye.